Listen, all this takes a lot of getting used to. And you do get used to it, after a while. There's 3 things I'll always miss, though. 1, not having to watch my step all the time. 2, forget about 2. And 3, I miss the songs. Folks from Ceylondia knew how to carry a tune. Sure, we've got some songs on the old gramophone, but try and imagine what they sounded like, playing to a room full of fine people, unwinding at the sole regret after a hard day's work. Those were the days.
Nice shot.
Oof. Poor Pomo. Getting flexed on by a dumb bot that I literally just tell to shoot in a random direction every 45 seconds. It doesn't even aim, Pomo. For shame. Alrighty. So it doesn't look like there's too many people here right now, which leads me to be tempted do I continue to play Slay the Spire while I wait for more people? I kind of want to. Dallas, are you familiar with Slay the Spire? I started playing this about, I think, just under 2 weeks ago. And I may have about 70 hours in it. It's kind of become my new fixation. Basically, every free moment I have goes to this game now. It's not the most productive thing in the world, but boy, does it feel good. You know what? One. We'll do one. We'll do one run. And then we'll wait. And if some people show up, then we'll play disco. And if they don't, that's fine. There's just more Slay the Spire for us. You still in Utah? Yes. Currently, I am still in Utah. I'm basically working a remote job for the Gap Lab at the university. I'll go into the office maybe like once, twice a week. Otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty sweet gig. How about you? Where are you these days, Dalbus? Let's go. Oh, let's absolutely go get lunch. We should, hang on, let me test something here. Okay, that's a little loud. Yes. Oh, and as I thought, my mic settings are disabled. Okay, last week. Nice. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen some folks. I think I grabbed tea with Virginia a couple weeks back. Back when my car was still in the shop, which was a pain in the ass. Hi, Pomo. I said there's not many people. There's not many people in chat right now, so I figured I'd play a little bit of Slay the Spire while we wait. Unless you would like me to go to disco, or I can just play one quick run of Slay the Spire, and then we can go to disco. Not good. I'm not very good at all. Let's see. I mean, I technically have 70 hours clocked in. But I've only beaten I've only slain the Spire 12 times, and it's kind of confusing because a victory counts as either slaying the heart or not collecting all the keys and then killing the third boss or whatever. It counts both of those as a victory, which is a little annoying. But yeah, in terms of like ascensions, let's see. I think I'm on level 2 with everyone except for the Watcher, which I'm on level 3 for, which is weird because I don't like them. Well, I just started playing this like 2 weeks ago, Pomo, and I've clocked in like 70 hours, which is obscene for me and how I generally play games. It's kind of ridiculous. All right, so I don't know which one I want to play. So that's where this is helpful. You guys tell me. 5 is an abstaining vote. Otherwise, 1 through 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. I will say that I'm probably the biggest fan of the Silent here. Not as big a fan of the Mystic. If I had to like rank my favorites, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's, oh man. For some reason, first time I played the Defects, first try, got all the way to the end. And then pretty quickly after that, I did the same with the Watcher and the Silent and Ironclad. But this bitch took me forever just to beat the third boss on. Just to beat the third boss. God knows, dude, I don't know how people are at 20 Ascension. For someone like me, it's like, okay, it looks like we're going Defects. For someone like me who I just struggle to get to the ends on just like the low Ascensions, man. I know vaguely kind of what the builds are. I'm not trying to look anything up because once I figure out the meta, then it'll kind of kill everything for me. But yeah, I don't know. Check Discord real quick. What do we got here? What is it? You're like clock on. Oh, food porn. Again with the banana pie, man. What the hell? It's still weird to me that you call this very clearly ham-looking stuff pepperoni. Oh, don't look shit up. That's boring. Never did. Yeah. And I'm glad that this game doesn't seem to have any of those like relics or anything where it's like, oh, vague thing about something that might happen with it. No, it's very clear about what does what and how much it does it. And if it's ever vague about anything, it's just like, because it's a worthless relic and you shouldn't use it. It does have that. Like, does the little bird mask or the poop do anything? Those are the only two I've found. There's the bird mask that just makes me go caca at the beginning of every battle. So that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see here. I'm fine with the gold. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to want to get to a merchant as soon as I can, but I also want to get to... Yeah, I don't think I can... I might be able to beat that super elite. Let's go. 54 health, why not? The first time that I played the defect, I kind of lucked out with a pretty baller claw build, where I just had a bunch of 0-drop cards, and then I swiped out the all-for-one rare and just kept cycling my hand and just wailing on things, and it was just like nothing could touch me. If you want more crack, oh Jesus. Ah, man, I've been seeing a lot about it. I'm scared, man. I'm scared to try. I don't have enough time to do something like that. It looks fun, though, but I'm intentionally avoiding looking up anything about it because I kind of want to be surprised by it, you know? It seems like something that's up my alley, though, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. Okay. What is Baba? Oh, Booba Poker. Gotcha. Well then, what's the point then if it doesn't have the Booba? Alright, well that's just great. Give me all the defense cards when they're not attacking. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm not gonna kill it with that. That should do it. I was a big fan of like the chain lightning. Act 4 unlocked yet? No. Yeah? Yes. Yeah, I've beaten the heart with each of these people. Act 4 is just like the collect the keys and beat the third boss, right? And then it goes to... It's not the heart? Well then, no. I only go to the act that says the end. I'm sorry. See, I told you I'm not good. 70 hours in and what? There's a whole act I still haven't experienced. Collect 3 keys and beat the heart, then the final thing. No, it only ends when I beat the heart. And then it's just like, woo, good job. I have beaten the heart with everyone, all 4 of them now. I don't think I've beaten it since then, though. So if that's a thing that unlocks after you beat the heart with all 4 of them, then I haven't done it yet. Or plated armor. Plated armor kind of seems overrated. I don't know. Exhaust this card, gain power equal to its cost. Or exhaust a card. Try and see if you can find an item that's color coded to each of them. I think you gotta beat the heart with all the first 3. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the keys. That's what I'm talking. Maybe we're talking about the same thing, but don't realize it, Pomo. Is there something after the heart boss battle where you don't just like hit it and die, you fight it and it has a health bar and you kill it and it shows an ending cutscene? Is there anything after that? Okay. Because if that's Act 4, then I've beaten Act 4 with all 4 characters at least once. Okay. Not really feeling any of these cards. But I do need something, I guess. No, there's always an Act 3 boss, and then you go to the heart, which generally poops my ass. That thing is like, I either have a completely busted build and wipe the floor with it, or I just get smacked. smoked. Oh, I should have done that in a different order. Oh well. Fuck it. Oh, that'll kill it. Oh my, you're the psychological warfare. Him got me thinking that, like, there's hours and hours of content that I haven't seen yet, even after dropping 70 in this game already. Man. I like Scrape, but I feel like I have to build around it pretty early. We need some blockage. What you haven't found, the kidney boss. Shut up, Pummel. The heart poops your ass is an interesting introduction to this game. Well, it's true though. That's basically how it goes. You climb all the way to the top of the spire, and then the heart basically just poops your ass. This whole game is just trying to avoid one big ass pooping. I know it's not great to block this guy, but whatever. I'm scared of his big 16 dick. All right. Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna have to take the hits here. Boink, boink. I feel like unless you get some... I wasn't paying attention to my health at all. Oh, Jesus. Generally, I'm a lot more locked in when I'm not talking as well. Alright, let's see here. That was the one run. Alright, do we go to disco now? Is that what we do? Yes for disco, no for more spire. How disappointing. I'm good for either. I beat the hard on all. I did. I have the stats to prove it. The little Chivos. Bam! Look at that. Look at all these. Complete the ending with Ironclad, Silent, Defect, Watcher. Complete the ending with Ironclad, Silent, and Defect. And I also did it with the Watcher. I did it! I'm pretty sure I have some, like... Did I do anything fancy? Oh, this was a fun one. Hey, it's me beating the heart. What did I do? Like, fucking... a bunch on it? The Lightning Strike Plus was the thing that was... 9 combat damage 25 times. Get him! That's what I mean. I need to have something absolutely busted like this if I ever have a chance to heart. All right. Looks like Disco won 2-1. You all win this round. You got me distracted, and then I just ate shit on Act 1. Come on. Root Double is a visual novel that I still need to finish. It's a fun little thing. It takes place in like the future where telepathy is now like a genetic trait that people can be born with, and there's also something to do with like a nuclear meltdown in a research facility that you're like a rescue squad for and shit like that. It's a lot of moving parts in that one. I think I'm like 2/3 the way done with it. That's fun. You got me monologuing. That's my problem. I don't realize I'm in danger, and then I just start monologuing about how great I am at the game. I never said I was great at the game, though. I think I very firmly established that I was mediocre at best. Despite my 70 hours of experience, I hadn't learned a goddamn thing. Did you see the Corpse Party 2 pre-order went up today? You ate the shit that the heart pooped. I did not. Although, to my knowledge, if the next Corpse Party is called Corpse Party 2, isn't that like the 8th Corpse Party in the series? Right? Because you had like Corpse Party, and then you had like Book of Shadows, and then some birthday spin-off thing. Then what was that? What was that like 3D one? It was like Corpse Party like Blood Oath or something. And then the next one is going to be called like Corpse Party 2, right? Dude, that game freaked me out. I don't think I never actually like played it, but I watched a lot of playthroughs of it on YouTube because I didn't have like a PSP back when it first came out. Yeah, those wrong ends really churned my stomach. It's pretty cool though. Takes place in the hospital. I did think I see that. Okay. Where were we? Oh, we just got our gun. That's cool. We bluffed at the old lady on the dock to shoot us with it because we were like 95% sure it was empty. And it was. It was not loaded. There she is.
The woman stands slumped. She looks catatonic under her mountain of RCM paraphernalia. Nothing more to do here.
I also took her cop hat and whatever drug she was holding. I cannot gun her because my gun has no bullets. I think. Yeah. A 3-shot revolving barrel Villiers-LaSalle pepper box, typically assigned to officers of the RCM. Upon reaching the rank of sergeant, the butt of the gun is worn, and the engraving on the side reads, Sunrise Parabellum. This is your gun, no doubt about it. But bullets, zippity-doo-dah. Alright, I got a boink. Disco reward should be on. And then we pulled some speed and some Pyrrolidon from her. Oh, wow, we got a lot of speed going on. Let's go. You'd gun her. If you had... She almost gunned me. That's the problem. Alright, you know what, though? We got our gun. It's 2 hours to midnight. I say we've had enough fun being unsupervised by Kim. I think we need our partner back. That'd gun me. That'd gun me so hard. That's the most sexual threat of suicide I think I've ever read.
It's getting cold. This late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Damn straight. And we didn't have to pay for it, baby. What do we got here?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed
Dude,
to your clean-shaven face.
That's fucking
You're still
absurd.
not accustomed to it.
There's 5 plus 5 to this, and it's still not. I still need to roll doubles to hit it. I decided against the mustache shave. Can we unshave? We cannot. That was a one and done thing. You did this. This is your fault. I'm talking to you, Roka, specifically.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Sure thing.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
God, I wish that was me.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming.
I think so.
Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
I may have misremembered when I said that the future days go by faster after the first day. They seem to all take about the same amount of time. Spinning, spinning. Tell me, am I dreaming?
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque.
Is that how you spell
The
that?
great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time, the smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers,
The potted
faces
flowers, thank you.
turning, changing.
I'm really trying to imagine the face that this guy's making as he's like voicing these in the microphone. I feel like you really have to get into character to get a voice that sounds that pathetic.
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain, the snow, I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards.
Oh, I sell those.
Meaningless keepsakes.
Yeah, it seems you've forgotten quite a lot already. Don't think it'd be too much of a challenge to forget a bit more. I don't know. It seems like we're doing a pretty good job of remembering exactly the kind of person that we were before our amnesia.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
That's right. I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
Yes.
For the money, baby.
More yes.
For the greater good.
Eh.
For Revacon. Always and only Revacon.
That's the racist one.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
Okay. To my knowledge, picking one of these will put us on the path to an exclusive political side quest that's new to the Final Cut version of this game. So there's 4 different missions based on your political alignments, I believe. So this, I believe, is a rather important choice. We have, I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail. I'm just looking out for my economic self-interest. We're making progress. Measured, steady progress. I can't give up. I have to keep going. For Revacol. So, 1 is basically communism.
Objection!
Well then. We got 1 is communism, 2 is capitalism, 3 is centrism, and 4, I believe, is fascism. Hashtag communism, baby!
There he goes again.
Build us a
He's
communism.
real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
Sure.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Oh, God. That's my nightmare. Although I don't remember the last time that I've woken up to an alarm these days. Casca tells me very earnestly now when it's time for breakfast. Generally about an hour before I actually plan to get up. She's getting more bold too. Lately she's been like just like lightly brushing her whiskers against my face as I'm like just laying there trying to ignore her. And I swear to God, yesterday she literally just took her paw and just booped my nose. Just like, hey, 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 you awake? I'm hungry. Give me food. Best life. What the fuck is this?
У меня есть ручка, еще есть яблоко. О, яблочная ручка.
I was wondering where this was gonna go. I saw the title and then the pineapple pen guy. I was like, I'm pretty sure this dude's not Russian. Excellent, excellent, my guy.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
I'm gonna solve the shit out of that Highlights magazine cover. You kidding me? I was born to solve those.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built.
My bad.
It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Have you seen my shit recently? I've really gotten it together. I thought the shack was nice and cozy as it is. I'm ready. Let's get to it. Let's build that communism, boy.
You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
Let's not get like crazy here.
But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
Boo. But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been pursuing communists the whole time? Will they help me fire up Mazov's socialist sausage grinder? How am I supposed to find them if they're hiding?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff.
Man.
It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
Okay, fine. How am I
Let
supposed to
your
find
nose guide you, detective.
them? You must mean my nose, as in my huge, highly functioning brain.
No, we meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists.
What, do they not shower?
We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
What does communism smell like?
Failure.
Man. You don't have to come at me like that. Okay, what's failure smell
It's
like?
a smell you know all too well. Simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness. Like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic.
We're a realist communist, Roka.
What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinaise. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them. Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinez.
I think I know where they are.
When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact.
You smell like you haven't showered. You a commie?
Again, no, it won't.
Yeah, well.
Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic. Judging from the bust of Krasmazov and other revolutionary paraphernalia you discovered, it seems that the Cape Side apartments may be a hotbed of communist activity.
Mm-hmm. What'll I do once I establish contact with my fellow
You'll
commies?
discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates.
Oh, we'll get him on
about
our side.
Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
All right, let's get to it.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
It's my fucking anthem, dude. Hey, Kim, what's up? You'll never guess what I've been through.
Yes?
Oh, we still need to convince him of the sexy dark secret. So, I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at your shaven face. His eyes narrowed. What is it? You could tell me, Kim. I know. Stunning, right? I knew I shouldn't shave. I knew it. I still did it. What an idiot.
No, it's okay, I guess. I may have preferred the mutton chops. They sort of seem to cover the...
He stops. He keeps staring at you, dumbfounded.
Yeah, damage. He means damage.
Either way, good on you. You were saying?
Hold on a second.
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as you lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade. The lieutenant is fastidious as a cat in matters of his personal life.
Not a failure.
And yet, in the folds of his jacket, you can just perceive the stale and acrid traces of oil rags, transmission fluid, and brake pads. But what sort of ideological picture do these smells paint?
He likes
Tough to
cars.
say.
Do you need something, detective?
Just as I suspected. You're no lieutenant. You're a mechanic.
I do like to hang around the motor pool every now and then, but that doesn't make me a mechanic. Sort of like how hanging around the liquor store hasn't made you into a master distiller.
Yet.
That's a good point. It could happen any day now.
My man, it's good to have you back.
Was there something else you wish to discuss?
Nah, we're good. I got something else. To show you, Kim. You'll never guess what I found while you were gone. Let's go show him that cool dead body we found. Oh, also, this is where I had a bit of a Mexican standoff with the person who bought my gun and I took it from her. That was pretty cool. I wish you were there for that. Anyways. Phone? Want me to do phone again? How much more phone can I do?
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package.
Oh,
and
some
a
tear?
crumpled
Can I get?
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find.
Gimme.
No, There's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up.
Ow.
They seem unhygienic.
As if I would
A
care.
tragedy.
The lieutenant looks in the can, eyes watering from the smell.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content.
Oh boy.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Hold on.
The lieutenant leans over the corpse and examines his face. Two glassy eyes stare back at him, void of any signs of life.
Looks like he's been dead for a while. I'm surprised no one found him before you came along.
He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket. Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
You look south, the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
We know who this is. It's the working class woman's missing husband. Dead on the boardwalk.
The woman you met at the book stand?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's her husband?
He looks at the bundle of flesh and rags lying on the ground.
Because it's the most working class death you've ever seen.
This is the most working class way to go. Completely alienated and forgotten. The leather jacket, it matches her description perfectly. Bottles all around him. She said he was drinking somewhere in Martinez. The library card. He was supposed to return a book. That's
I
right.
can't see a book. So he took the book to the library, then came back and thought, I'll have one.
I'll have one drink before I get home.
Damn it. He's definitely someone's husband.
Ugh. The lieutenant points at the gold ring on the man's left hand, the flesh around it swollen and pale. What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure.
Yeah.
He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A
Dude.
truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
That's my nightmare, man. Sometimes I think about stepping out of the shower the wrong way and just fucking right on the tub. Do you think he was drunk?
Oh, yes.
Lieutenant nods. What about alcohol poisoning and liver failure?
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure.
But what about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
He smiles sourly. Could it be related to the lynching?
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Agreed. If this somehow converges later, why not? But keep it simple for now.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about a field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yes, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
No, we found him. We should finish this.
Alright, we've already examined the library card. Let's call the Jamrock Library from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about this Billy Méjean.
He made a real quick trip to the boardwalk before taking it off in his Chimera to deliver a dead body. He's like, I feel like I can fit one more in here.
And
Just went
while
on the
we're
hunt.
there, we should also call the station. Let them know that we are taking the case.
Call the Jamrock Library from Makinima. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Isn't that cool, Kim? I accomplished so much when you were gone. Have you noticed my armor? Oh dear. He hasn't even been this way either. He hasn't seen the things I've seen. Talk to a crabman in a church, Kim. You have no idea.
Objection!
Fuck it, Jesus Christ. Thought I was gonna be able to sneak past the phone. You want me to phone, don't you?
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue as you look at the handset.
No,
You
why are we
dial
doing
the
this
number
again?
26 pulls of the rotary dial.
Ah!
Eats the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear.
Some dude's gonna pick up.
In the middle of it, a familiar ring. Small, distorted. Calling. 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 Calling.
Pick it up.
Calling. Calling.
Harry, please.
I don't like making these decisions. I need answers to my mystery. I need to know who you are. Who are you? Harry, please. I'm going to end this call, damn it. There was someone there before. I heard someone. Who's there with you? I don't like either of these. Any of these. Bad. Well, I do like number 3. That's a nice one. Just end it here. Motherfuckers, you're really wanting to delve into her personal life. God knows how long it's been since we've ever been together, you know? This could be like 5 years down the line and we still haven't gotten over her. Still not letting me vote for. Oh my god. Alright. There was someone there before. I heard someone. Who's there with you?
She does not answer. All you hear is hiss.
I get the feeling she's not going to talk to us at all. Thank God. But fuck you, I'm voting this time. 3. Boom. Uh-oh, we're tied up. Uh-oh. Does anyone else want to hang up the phone? We can totally do that. Damn it, Diesel. Not so big with your one vote, huh? There are certain points in the stream where one vote can have a lot of sway. This just isn't one of those times. I need answers to my mystery.
Please.
Oh!
I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone hanging up.
Oh,
Disconnect tone.
Getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. No good can come of that. I'm gonna make you come back in. You should have put Kim on with her. Well, you're just gonna have to remember to do that, Pomo. I'm in the busy solving a murder of a poor wife's husband. Not murder, a death, I guess. A tragic accidental death. I don't have time to be talking to ghosts. I have a murder to solve. Not murder. Well, I do have a murder to solve. People are depending on me. And I'm too upstanding of a gentleman to... Oh, geez. Is it this way? Yep. To deny a request for a person in need. I'm a strong, independent hobo cop who don't need no lodgings. Hello. What y'all doing?
That's one brutal motor carriage.
Says the young man with something written on his jacket. We'll just leave it at that. Written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan. Fuck the world.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property.
Yes,
seriously.
sir.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Oh, these are just a bunch of posers wanting to get into the gang world.
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not. Cop. We're not snitches. Or skulls.
But your jacket says...
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, Cop Man, is we're not part of the skulls. Yet.
I'm sure you will be.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
You don't know? What kind of cop are you?
A nice one.
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked. Of course I do. I'm just testing you boys.
The skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertnay.
His voice rings with excitement.
Besmetine, or the Besmeti, the Immortals, are West River Sholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Wow. Crazy fuckers.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal.
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Oh yeah, so cool. You guys know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
God, these guys are such pussies. Yeah, it's returning from whatever void he was just
For
visiting.
all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
You kids into... I see you kids are into hypnotic dance music?
Oh man, yeah.
Hell
We're
yeah.
not fucking kids, man.
He exclaims, then stops himself, processing the rest of your question.
Be wary of the abyss.
His blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
A threat. Good. I like those. Don't fuck with me, boys. I'm one of the bad cops.
Whoa. Come on, man.
Oh, we can so
Just
easily
talking here.
intimidate these fuckers.
Words? Nothing wrong with that.
He raises his open palms.
Yeah, no need to throw your authority in our faces.
You want to talk? Let's talk, boys. Ask them.
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Don't you worry about that. We're
Objection!
deficit.
Yeah, we are.
Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you part of the skulls or not?
We're not franchise skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
What makes you think the organization would accept you?
Because we can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
I bet I will.
But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way.
What? The other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
You guys aren't gonna make a blip on the historic map, my dudes.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now? Mm-hmm.
Well, talking with you has definitely been something. To the phone. I swear I can fast travel somehow. There we go. Choich. We need all those calls clipped or put on. Oh my god. That was such a dumpster fire. I'll see what I can do.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue as you look at the handset.
Put 10 cents in and dial the long phone number one more time.
You dial the number again, as you've done many times. You remember it well now. 001 41 44 47 11 17 361 451 67 451 451.
Ain't no way she picks up again.
Calling.
There's no way. If there's like caller ID, like she knew it was us when she last picked up.
Calling.
Sometimes bandages can just stay on, Pomo. Sometimes you gotta leave that bandage on instead of ripping it off and calling your ex.
Calling. 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 Calling.
Ah!
And calling for who knows how long, but no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again.
You want my money? Yeah. Yeah.
The cold metal
Ow.
is hard and hurts your knuckles. You look at them, turning purple.
You want more money now, huh? You want fucking money? Jesus Christ.
It didn't give you any fun for that money. Your hand is turning blue now. Blood drips to the ground.
All right, cool. That was neat.
Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
No, I'm just a disempowered individual trying to take my disempowerment out on everyday objects. Yeah, I rip shit apart.
Kudos.
The Anti-Object Task Force. New thought gained. I doubt we can do
Metal
anything else
payphone
here.
Under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue.
Nothing new now. Alright, well that cost us a morale and 2 physical hit points. Ow. I need me some meds. RIP payphone 2024 to 2024. It served its duty diligently. I need medicine. Or I might die. Did I collect any tear while I was out?
The tear machine stopped.
Let's
Your
go.
bottles clunk.
$2? Woo! That's enough to buy some more
A
mag.
small cabinet on the wall is filled with various
Okay, here. I hope
Perfect.
Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Thank you. Alright. Now let's go back to talk to these very threatening youths. Oh wait, hang on a second. I think I can re-roll on this.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Gotta smoke.
No.
Oh. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Go fuck yourself. Kim's Bluff. Saw you snooping in cabin. Dress code. Ceramic Knight. Oh, because I'm armored up, he's a little bit more scared now. Oh. Alright, alright. Well, hang on, though. Because I can make this better. Do I got any booze on me? Yes, I do. +2 physique because I'm something. I forget why I have this bonus. But over the gums, through the lips, look out stomach. Here we go. Can I not drink it? Why not? Why can't I drink it? 4 uses left. Come on now. I want it. I need it. There we go. Glug, glug, glug. Nice. Let me just, oh, I wonder... Dude, if I'm just, like, walking around with my piece out, I wonder what that's gonna do.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. A Villiers 9mm pistol, where Insulindian steel meets Revachol craftsmanship. With it thou wilt protect the fair people of thine homeland and keep the visitors at check.
What? What do you think of me now?
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
83%. Here we go. Bah!
Men like this only respect 2
That was
things:
close.
strength and fear. Time to turn up the volume.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you. I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand? I'm gonna put you in a cell with a giant kipped... You're gonna be bleeding Kip's dick, you hear me? I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down, you hear me? What's your name, fuckhead? I'm going on police radio and saying this guy told Madre to fuck off. How do we scare this boy? I think any of them could do. Threatening to fuck him for the rest of his life sounds pretty great. Telling him he's gonna get raped in prison's kind of much. But you know, it could work. Telling him to burn down his lorry seems like the most reasonable option. No, actually going... Wait, no, yeah, because number 4 is basically telling him that our crime boss that Kim bluffed about, we're gonna go tattletale on him. We're definitely gonna fuck him. That reminds me, there was just some random YouTube video I saw. I think it was like a Bionicle movie, and somebody dubbed it over with like metal doom music, and the guy's just like, "Get ready, I'm going to shit yourself." It's like, I don't know what that means, but I believe him. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you for the rest of my life, you understand?
Fucking homo cop.
A globule of sweat gathers at his brow.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Yeah, the Twitch mobile app can be a bit of a bitch sometimes. Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
Sure
A
thing.
small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Let's fucking do it. Right, I'm going. Are you glad you didn't have to snitch on your friend, boy?
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
Got any smokes
What's up?
on you?
Nope. Don't smoke.
Okay, then.
Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Buddy, what are you putting into your mouth right now?
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now?
Yeah.
The smell is in the air.
Sure you smoke. You're smoking right now.
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
He's just like, checkmate, Sherlock, you got me.
Are you sure you don't already have lung cancer?
It's too early to tell. Hey, buddy. I'm back and I have a gun,
That ride is fucking lightning.
the young man exclaims.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place here?
Murder?
Murder, yeah. A man was hanged in the backyard of the Whirlingen Regs.
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Don't fuck around, I'm the law.
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Can I just cock my gun?
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Oh boy.
This sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know that you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
There's not any more.
What if it's art? Or just a mere specter?
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark.
That's true. That could be the case. Yeah, it's a brilliant work of art.
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks...
Jackets.
What about them?
Yeah, I'm mostly curious about this one.
Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person.
I bet.
Even though the statement has character. And I do like piss.
Didn't ask.
The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
Oh no, are these guys communists?
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
Oh boy, makes sense.
What I mean by this is, we are all pissed, and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Okay, why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
That is a terrible metaphor.
you get more fish
Doesn't
in
care.
a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone.
I think I get it. I think I get it. These guys are really deep in their heads, trying to rationalize why they haven't gotten laid yet.
Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing.
It doesn't
And
matter
to me,
that nobody will sleep
feels
with me.
glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Oh. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
What do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities cross our paths? Sure, the jackets are scaring you. That's cool. No. Why do you gotta be like this, Kim?
What are you implying?
The lieutenant looks confused. You should get those jackets. No. Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective.
Are you more of a piss or a fuck the world kind of guy?
Neither.
Come on, Kim. It's just a mental exercise.
Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
That's my boy. That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
Oh, it's there. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Is there anything I can do to make this better? We need half-light, eh? Pain threshold, empathy. I don't think a lot of these give us half-light. Oh, those gloves can. Not that. Ooh, if we deck out in fallen gear, baby. So we can potentially get +2 half-light. But I can't change my clothes myself. Also,
That ride is fucking
Hey,
this is a A red check,
Look who it is.
which means it cannot be
Shrunken
retried.
cophead material.
What? I want those jackets, though. I want those jackets. Do we try and take those jackets now or later? Option 1 is now. Option 2 is later when we might have a better chance. Because we can't retry it. Right now it's sitting at 58%, so it's in our favor. But if we fail, we do not get these badass jackets for Kim and I to roam around in. So option 1 is try and roll for the jackets now. Option 2 is wait for later. I don't know. Because I want those jackets, but I also don't know how long these fools are going to be around. See, Roka? One vote can have a lot of weight. They just made the decision for me. Perfect. All right, we'll wait for later. Let's call in here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Connect me to the Jamrock Public Library.
I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
We should try again during business hours.
Fair enough.
Anything else, Detective?
I need to report a dead body on the Martinez Boardwalk.
One moment.
You hear her shuffling through some papers.
Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
An unidentified middle-aged man, height 170 to 175 centimeters, dark hair, medium build. Looks like he slipped, fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench.
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
Someone might have pushed him?
Did you perform a field autopsy?
No, it's still just a theory. A
Looks
cop
like an accident
theory.
to me, Alice. But that's for the guys in processing to confirm.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, an old leather jacket with a bright blue lining. I found a library card in his pockets.
Any information on the library card?
It's from Central Jamrock Public Library. It belongs to someone named Billy Mejean.
Good. You have a lead.
Yay.
Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
Oh, we're taking the case.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Good.
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
I'm done with the radio for now.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of
Get out of here. Get out of here. Alright, let's go check on that Laurie. That Laurie Croft. There it is.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
Lieutenant peeks inside.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
We're gonna get this open, Kim.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Good idea.
I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Yes, sir. Let me just put that in my hands. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Oh, my bag, too. There we go.
This screen found, A to Z, Contemporain, is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
Hey-ya!
With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Fuck the police!
The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
He says as he sticks his hand in the window, like a common car thief, then opens it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
The lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the mass of brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead?
To Kuro, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Tract.
So it would seem.
The lieutenant examines the map with a furrowed brow.
The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti? That sounds vaguely familiar.
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta. It's a dark parody.
What do you think's behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later.
We might have stepped in something
The
bad.
stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
What's in the toolbox?
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover but they give you a headache.
The Uland frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His thoughts trail off.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows.
Check them posters
These
out.
are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably
Damn,
grenade
boy knows his
number
perfumes.
5. The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
Oh, what happened?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine.
Oh.
She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Yeah, that'll fuck you up.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Jesus.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
What about the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the saved stations here?
No, that's on 78.9.
He stops, coughing awkwardly.
What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
Good on you, Kim. Good on you. Why would anyone need so many radio
For
stations?
contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
Oh, she probably got iced.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is there?
The ghostly actresses.
Pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Oh. Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle to offer some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole.
Yes?
He likes where this is going. One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was
Oh.
present at the lynching.
Oh! The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lenses. Wait, the missing 8th Hardy here? And she's also the one running the drug trade. What a handful. First the drug smuggling, now this. How deep does this rabbit hole go? Yeah, the 8th missing Hardy.
Looks like her.
Woo!
Yes. Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
Those jerks? Definitely. I think the entire union's involved. Maybe even all of Martinez. Not necessarily. The lady driver could have just been kept the drug trade a secret. This would fit what Joyce told us. But I don't want to make any assumptions.
Understood.
Yeah.
We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry?
Yeah.
The movie stars are still smiling from he closed the rusty old lorry door.
Let's
Great.
go.
I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta have a game plan.
All right, we're finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Yeah, we don't want to stick our noses too deep.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Yeah.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
Ever?
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
What about the movie posters? How do they factor into all this?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
A lot of women there, especially for a lady driver's cabin.
Yes, well...
He doesn't say anymore. So it turns out this is connected to the Union.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Boy, we've been some productive cops
there
here.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation.
Outside of solving the actual murder we came here to solve.
We do not want to get caught in that.
Stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Okay. Debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Let's go. I think I saw something over here. What's this? Ooh! Speed! I'll take it. Alright. It's not 10 a.m. yet, which means we can't call the library. Hey, officer, got a minute? I absolutely do. What's up?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
No trouble. She's going to be fine. It's going to be an investigation. Sorry, man, I can't disclose the facts to an official investigation to you. I like this guy, why not?
Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
There you go.
He chooses to believe what's best for her.
Good, good. What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Laham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang.
Bless you.
I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Why Tommy Lahom?
Tommy Lahom was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte.
What?
Tommy's way better.
Yeah, it is. Every Jerry I know is an idiot. I had another question, actually.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He's a poet. Hit him with your best verse. 97% chance. The only way that we can fail this is if we roll snake eyes. Let's go.
Wait. There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
A mirror's temperature is always 0. It is ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
He leans in, his eyes bright with attention. It is a chalice held out to you in silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
He's transfixed by your words. Where gaspingly you partake of a shifting identity, never your own.
Dang, that's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
He grunts, unable to suppress his reaction. I don't really know. I think that may be an actual poet. I've learned it by heart. I'm just a vessel for the muse. I think the words are mine. Yes, I'm just a vessel for the muse.
Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours.
I think the words are mine, yes?
Fucking A. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days.
That's
It's
me.
good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
Thanks for popping in, just for your contribution there, Roka. I thought I'd be able to get away with it. Every Jerry I know is idiot. Every Love you, Jerry. Makes it all easier to bear if the words are pretty. Hey man, cops are humans too.
I get you. When they really click, it makes the world seem manageable.
I put my headphones
Good
back
to be on the same page.
That's all for now. Bye. Well, lucky me. Man, I want those sneakers, or I want that speaker, but those
The
fucking
speakers below
sneakers are
abandoned and worthless.
$50.
The sneakers triumph over them. They're the star of the show here.
Oh, 50.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes.
Ooh.
Keep saving that economy.
That windbreaker is the same as Idiot Doom Spirals. Not bad, not bad. What else we got here?
Shine on these sunglasses.
Ugly
Last a lifetime,
glasses.
officer.
And deep blue
100%
cool.
guaranteed.
Alright, well. There's nothing for me there. Still not enough to... Or it's still no time to call the library. Ooh, I gotta show Kim our awesome mural that we made. He's gonna be so proud and impressed. This should go well. I think he'll love it. Kim, check this shit out. What do you think, huh? Oh, he doesn't have anything to say about it. Check it out, man.
Yes?
Oh, we still can't convince him there was a sexy dark mystery. Boo.
There. Do you smell that?
Communism?
Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness?
Is Cindy a
that
communist?
sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering?
Maybe, probably.
What do you smell? The first thing that strikes you is the overwhelming brine. You imagine yourself underwater, a 100-legged arthropod scuttling along the murky silt at the bottom of the sea. But then the unmistakable reek of seagull shit hits you, buoyed along on the air currents, an acrid melody atop mouldering cords of wood rot and heavy fuel oil.
Everything in order, detective?
The lieutenant gives you a quizzical look. Huh, I'm smelling for communists, Kim.
You're smelling for... You know what?
Communists.
I'll just leave you to it. Carry on, detective.
Thanks, Kim. I knew you'd
The
understand.
lieutenant lacks your highly developed politico-olfactory cortex.
There she
The
is.
smell is undeniable, and it's coming from that balcony up there.
You mean from Cindy?
Certainement. A precocious communist youth. A symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters.
Let's go. Hey, Cindy. You
Hello
commie?
again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss and fuck the world send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
They seem to hold you in high esteem. Maybe it's just skull solidarity. I think they're afraid of you. I made up the sending their best part, but I did talk to them. Yeah, they hold you in high esteem.
They'll never be skulls, but
I know.
But their hearts are in the right place.
Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull?
Fat chance.
Damn.
But you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood.
Okay, and how's that?
She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance.
Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots.
I can fix that.
No sirens.
I can fix that too.
The people are languishing in boredom and complacency.
What a problem to have, man. No one's shooting each other. Police aren't going around with their sirens.
This place is a sepulchre. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous. You bring the sirens.
Trade offer.
She's making a valiant effort to come off as a nihilist, but she's really just an angry little commie. No wonder she was talking about the streets flowing red. That's what happened during the revolution.
So tell me, what's it like being a skull and a communist?
You got me, pig shit. I don't make for a very good skull. I like animals too much. Simians and pigs. But I'm still gonna write some damn good graffiti-o on this wall.
Her voice sounds different when she speaks this candidly. Older somehow.
Hey, sister. Let's talk politics for a minute.
And what do you know about politics?
She squints at you suspiciously. I'm looking for comrades to help me fire up the great Mazovian sausage grinder. Will you help me? I know deep down that you bleed white. You're a communist, Cindy. Admit it.
Well, well. Sounds like quite the snout you've got there.
Commies can smell each other.
Your olfactory department wants you to know that it accepts no responsibility for wherever this line of interrogation leads you.
Sure. I know someone who'd love to talk the ideological stuff. You're looking for Steban.
Who's Steban?
A right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting.
Do you know where to find him?
I might.
Will you tell me?
No.
Ah.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable.
Come on, Cindy. From one commie to another. Help me out. Is money what you want? Here, take some. I've got plenty. Offer her 5 real. She's just going to take it and not help us. I guess I should just give up then. Nothing ever works out for me. Just tell me what you want me to do. All right. One commie to another. Let's go.
Oh, fine. I'll help. But first, I want something from you.
What is it?
A wicked grin extends across her face.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once.
Oink oink!
Wow, that was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've been wanting to do it this whole time.
A cool
Ow, hey, what?
ripples through you.
No, that was
You
badass.
realize you needn't have rolled over quite so easily.
Whatever.
The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban.
Mhm.
It's touching. Sort of.
I gotta get this communism going.
Steban's group meets only at night. In an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck.
Oh,
Their
let's go.
weekly meeting is tonight.
Tonight?
Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them.
Okay. Hold on. What else can you tell me about this Steban?
Just that he's a real communist. Not like the play acting you've been doing.
Hey.
The rest, you'll have to see for yourself.
That's very helpful, Cindy. Thank you.
Hold on. You didn't think it would be that easy, did you? See, Steban's a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one.
Do you know the passphrase?
Sure, I do. It's the band trusts me.
But you're not going to tell me, are you?
Why would I? That would be so boring. Now, let's see if you're half as dedicated a communist as you say you are. That's enough. Off with you then.
She makes a lazy shooing motion with her dangling hand. Well, hang on. How do I? Huh? What? Huh? Huh? What did that quest say? Clean yourself up? Get yourself organized. Roam the streets to sniff out some comrades. Find the secret passphrase to Saban's meeting. Oh god, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna have to do some searching before tonight. What do you got here, Rocco? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh! There's a whole song.
The lieutenant.
Oh, this is what he says.
In dismay.
But we are the police.
Yeah, fuck us.
But why? We work 12-hour shifts. We get shot at, spat on.
Ah, maybe there's a reason for that.
That's what I'm saying. What do we work on? Keeping everything the way that it is. Just a hum, no reply.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint.
That'll show you, Kim. Fuck the police. Fuck your chicken strips. A Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat. Mr. Everard helped me find my gun. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic.
Dice Lady is...
repels water,
Oh!
almost
I'll take a
magically.
peek.
The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Huh. Found my badge, by the way.
By love, you did.
He inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
Fast, observantly, like an electronic printer.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois.
Thank
I
you.
am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
Seaweed drips from the badge in your hand. It smells of fish.
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout.
You bitch.
I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
This was your plan all along.
My plan is to share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
Meaning, the information she has will raise the stakes in this game.
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Oh, I would love it.
Yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait. Where exactly are these eyes located? We have discovered enough to conclude. For now. Wait, where are your eyes?
It doesn't really matter.
It does,
And I do
though.
apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Oh, What was that about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war,
Yeah.
with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Yeah, that's kind of whatever it wants.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse in faith. What up, Grizz?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member
A
of
member
the
of
board.
the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply an opening gambit, like you suggested, or a joke even. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They're meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
So there's 2 more of them out there.
They wear ceramic armor, have
Like
semi-automatic
this?
weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Oh. Good.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him.
According to her, though, it wasn't sexual assault.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
He was also shot.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now.
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
You never know, Grizz.
Whether to
Although
execute
you
one,
do, don't you?
some,
You've
or
beaten this
all
game.
of the Union militants.
Oh, no.
Investigation upon investigation here in Martinez, racing towards some dark deadline.
You've made a mess here. I have to say, this is not disco. Maybe the investigation can team up? You know, share resources and intelligence. Too many investigations of Martinez. Boy, oh boy, is that not good. That's not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs.
Oh, God.
Simply put,
She grabs a hold of the mainsail.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debarder have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
So she's saying that these Union workers are just going to get fucked up by like a handful of military mercenaries. That sounds plausible.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic
Oh no, they're
firearms.
fucked
Their
then.
armor is virtually impenetrable
Yeah.
to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
Oh, they're fucked.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1, 2, or in your case, 3 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a bloodbath.
I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable. Yeah, it's pretty boring.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about the Cornell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
So they're just muscle.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
God, so it sounds like the Colonel went a little native during the course of his duties. Ow.
I wouldn't go as far as to use that term, detective.
Oh, that was racist. Whoops.
Expression she objects to?
What? Going native?
Yes.
She picked a strange hill to die on. Strike.
Oh, God. It sounds like you haven't... It sounds like you object to words going native more than him raping and killing people here.
She's silent.
What is the purpose of this, detective?
This is where you draw the line? Going native? Not at hiring a paramilitary death squad?
Paramilitary death squad is a bit rich. But yes, were it up
Objection!
at least vetted them more thoroughly.
Huh. Okay, what else you got on him?
Sadly.
What's going on, Rook?
Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ACP, man?
In my line of work,
Is there something you want me to do?
your research, I was
Just got home
prepared to
from
deal
work.
with the RCM.
Hey, nice.
I did
Welcome
not
back.
think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off.
I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here.
Yeah.
Until they do, it's all on us.
That's not great.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Well, you can make me do whatever you want. You can use it as the dress-up time or something else. You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Too late. The damage has already been done, Rook. We called our ex 2 more times. Yeah.
That the man was killed because he
Blame
assaulted
Roka
a
and
local
Pomo.
woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
They're just sowing
Last
chaos.
Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
Hey, he was partying with Claudia.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea.
Good to know.
As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
His name was...
Lely. His service name. A nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Yeah, tell me about the others.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman. Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe.
Okay.
DePaul is a radio operator.
Okay, so...
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret in her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her. asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man.
Hmm.
Anything else?
Clever.
Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Mycenaean, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
And that seems to corroborate the ethnicity we gave.
The lieutenant is pedantically happy about it.
Like a crossword puzzle solver, or a master at the guessing game, Peng.
Yeah, where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Ugh.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Yeah, we still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Where are these mercenaries? 97% don't roll snake
One
eyes?
is obviously the scab leader.
Yeah, that's what I was
at the
thinking.
harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Ah. One of them must be the goon in the ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a short wave at the ship's wheel.
She nods toward the sloop's cabin. I had another question
I
for
hope
you.
I can answer it better.
Yeah. How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know.
Mm.
It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
Just a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Oh dear. Alright, we're on a clock.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Now, can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Now let's observe her expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What's the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
That's kind of neat. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is it?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could tell me more? Probably Klasia.
Platoon members? The other contractors.
I wouldn't
Though
show
I
them.
do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere.
Are we gonna take on the quest to show the mercenaries a photo of their dead comrade to get information on the tattoos? Or not? The game is actively telling us not to. Which of course means that everybody's gonna vote for them to do it. Sometimes I don't know why I put things to votes. Danger is our middle name. It hasn't killed us yet. Except for all the times that it has.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to
They're
find
all of our
out,
names.
I couldn't stop you.
Our name is Danger, do Danger.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality?
Yeah.
My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Esprit Core, 42%. We got some good stuff here.
It remains a mystery what you mean by this something close. This isn't about you. It's about reality.
Man. Alright.
Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
That's all for now. Alright. We got ourselves count 'em, 2 skill points from that conversation. Big stuff. I'm gonna real quick save. Now we need to figure out what we're doing with these. Option 1 is always the random skill. Option 2 is a new thought. One of which is a new thought called the Anti-Objects Task Force. Take a look at your hands. See how bruised they are? See these little scars? This is Exhibit A. The material world is holding you back. Containers, mailboxes, doors, chairs. They are all your enemies. Always have been. Atoms themselves are in on the conspiracy, forming shapes and structures that you hate. You are energy stuck in a body. You are spirit trapped in matter. Break free! Beat up that lamppost. Let it know
Objection!
how much objects suck! What are we doing, Roka? Kick those objects, eh? Yes! Alright. There's one skill point. Boink. Oh, is that your first time seeing the objection, Grizz? Is that epilepsy-inducing? That phone made us sad. We must kill everything. go. -2 pain threshold. The next 2 hours, 15 minutes. But now we gotta figure out what we're doing with the other skill point. Option 2 is we assign it to a random skill. Or option 1 is we assign it to a random skill. Option 2 is we internalize a new thought, of which we have several. So option 1 is skill point. Option 2 is thought. We have 2 more thought slots before we have to start forgetting some parts of us. And nobody can disco privilege out of this one. Clutch privilege there, Roka. Oh. Ooh, one person's gonna decide it. Let me just get the D24 ready. All right, here we go. 21. Oh, wow. Is that going to be our first motoric skill? Because that one's down the list. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Reaction speed. Okay. The quickest to react. An untouchable man. Reaction cool for shot dodgers, thinking on their feet, pinball heads. Reaction speed is the agility of your body and mind. It is instinct. It enables you to dodge punches, knives, bullets, also sucker punches of the verbal kind. You'll be more streetwise, never lost for words, or lacking a witty comeback. Your mental alacrity lets you connect little details on the fly, working in tandem with your intellect skills. Oh, perfect. At high levels, reaction speed makes your twitch reflex freakishly good. However, when your body acts before your mind, innocent situations can turn bad fast. You're high-strung, overly alert at low levels, though. You won't be the one shooting first, which probably means you won't be shooting at all. Now we will be, baby. Oh, right. I wanted to, hang on, let's see here. Have I got any smokes? I do not. I feel like I would need some smokes to ask her that conceptualization question about reality. Alright, we need to find a password of some sort. Is it fuck the police? Is that the password? Fuck the police? And we're gonna need to find that in about 12 hours. Otherwise we can't make it to the meeting. Oh wait, it's past 10. We can call the library. Perfect.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Majon, a reader.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
Puts down the receiver.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yes, home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Campsite apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
Do you have any other information on Billy Majon?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know somewhere that was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
You hear someone answer from afar.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Law's Radio City? That's the same book the working class woman was reading at the bookstand.
Ooh. So Billy Majan is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Oh, do you have the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second.
The librarian turns away from the phone again and relays the question.
Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Thank you, that's all for me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
The librarian hangs up, and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click.
Anything else you need from me?
I'm done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering leads.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We're gonna go need to tell Billy. That's not good. Alright, you know what? Fuck it, I'm trying it. I'm gonna get those jackets, I swear to God. We got some more booze left, let's go. Drink it. Drink it. Alright.
That ride is fucking...
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
These are scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Why?
Look at the shit I'm wearing. Do I have to answer that? I need them for official police business.
And what kind of business is that exactly?
Police business.
The lieutenant notices your agitation and opens his mouth to speak, then decides against it and merely shakes his head.
Okay, we get it. You look like total shit. We look flashy as hell. What about it?
There's a spark of sympathy in the youth's eyes.
You didn't say that.
It's not shit, it's disco. I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people. It's depressing. My clothes make me sad, and I need to fun it up. Leather would be such a cool look on me. I need to fun it up.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Fuck it, I don't deserve a cool jacket. I suck.
Fine.
Oh! Ah!
Fuck it.
Oh!
Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
Wow, I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
I wish I got Fuck the World's jacket, though.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine.
Damn it!
My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
Wait, world fucker, you got a rich dad? I know you said you're more of a piss kind of guy, but we only have one jacket, and I want it. Fuck it. We don't need the other one. You said you're more of a piss kind of guy, so I got the jacket for you. Wait, world fucker, you got a rich dad?
No.
Looks startled.
He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
Au contraire.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
Here you go, Kim. I got a jacket for you, baby.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Yes, you are. You could really get raise hell. Go undercover. Hard. But don't you want to express your individuality? Hey, you can go undercover, my guy.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
Still, it's good to know that we have it. Should the need arise.
The need will not arise.
It will.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Thanks for the jacket, bitch.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
We got 50% of them. All right. Look at that. +1 drama, no fucks given. -1 authority. Wait, I'm a detective? Wait, he's Batman? A leather jacket that quite recently belonged to a young man who possessed some intimate knowledge on the human condition. It has a nom de guerre written on the back. It's quite a statement. Hey, hey, hey! That's pretty dope. We pitied our way into one of them. All right. Sad time. I think we have to tell the wife her husband's dead. Go to Billy Majon's apartment to deliver the bad news. It's in the apartment buildings in North Martinez. Aww. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. I mean, I guess while we're there, we'll sniff around the commie's apartment. Let's do a quick save because these apartments can be finicky. Sniff, sniff, bitch. Any commies live here?
Give me a moment.
Do you know about a secret meeting that's happening tonight?
What? No. Nobody tells me anything.
Would she understand if they did?
How about any unusual activity taking place after hours? Say, 2200?
If it ain't my business, I'll keep my nose out
Good.
of it. Think we'd all be better off if people kept their noses to themselves.
I'm looking for Billy Majon. Do you know where she lives?
It's about Victor, isn't it? Yeah. It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Majons in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of those doors on the balcony.
Thanks, I'm off. Alright, first of all, let's go check out that commie's pad again. Surely there's something here.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Marzov.
Whoever lives here needs to learn how the economy actually works. Krasmazov was a mass murderer. There's nothing cool about keeping his bust on a nightstand. Krasmazov was a sexual deviant. A zoophile, probably.
The lieutenant raises a brow.
That's right. Filthy.
Thank you for sharing this wonderful opinion on human sexuality.
He pretends to read the economics book open on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems. I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
He leans in closer to expect the economics book on the table.
There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. It was definitely controversial. The tenant here
Nothing
seems
in
to
here.
like him. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going. The White Star, the photos on the wall, whoever lives here. There aren't many communists around.
Damn, nothing in here. That's a shame. Yeah, alright. Time to go upstairs. Oh, this is not going to be great.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allons, yo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What do we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear some light footsteps and what appears to be a daily weather forecast playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's
dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Fair enough. What if I don't want to do this?
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
All right.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
Voice calls out from the other side of the door.
And someone turns down the radio.
Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Fuck. You hear shuffling inside.
Tidying up. Nervously.
Come in, the door is open.
Ugh. Don't run, okay? Take it slow when exploring the apartment. Be respectful. An empty pack of Red Astra cigarettes hidden under the bed. The same brand of cigarettes you found in the trash next to the deceased. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Can't they afford curtains? Packages of humanitarian aid macaronis. Some leftovers kept warm on a stovetop. Smells like buckwheat and onions here. Chalk-drawn height for a child's growth over the years. Oh no! Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls. I was worried they had a kid. A textbook for high schools. Math, trigonometry mostly. Clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his
Fuck.
handkerchief. For now, you're on your own here.
I'm not really here for the tea.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
Stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it?
Something changes in her expression.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
You have to hit me with the red check, don't you? Oh, man. That's not good. I think we can build this up. You live here with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
Yeesh. Where is everybody? I don't see anyone home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
She swallows visibly.
Still hasn't come home?
No.
Stops.
Vi, do you have any news?
Oh. To your knowledge, did he make it to the library? What was the name of the library? What was he supposed to do at the library? Remember?
No. I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home.
She looks at the front door.
It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
What was the name of the library?
Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayro Street. I don't know the official name.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes, if that's the one on Mayro.
It is.
What was he supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
What was the name of the book?
I think it was, Thibaut's The Glinting Curve. It was pretty good.
Remind me again. What was he wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
No distinctive features?
No, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
She folds her hands across her chest. Here it comes.
Still 42%. Fuck. Fuck. You're shit at empathy. Notice you were cooking something.
People got to eat? What is this about? Why are you suddenly asking me about my cooking?
Have you been?
How have I been? You're not here to discuss me. What is this about, officer?
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more. Get comfortable around her.
Oh, no. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Objection!
We can leave. We can. If we do... I mean... Her husband's dead regardless, right? So this is just going to come down to whether or not I'm graceful in telling her about it, or I'm going to shit the bed. But her husband's still going to be dead. So it's just going to be, if we leave, she'll never really know and just have suspicions about it. Oh. We went from 42% to 17%. I don't want to. Wait, what?
There has been enough pain.
We have to.
I don't want to do this.
Say it. Seems like the part of me that refuses to do this. I don't want to do this.
Do what?
Oh, God.
Officer.
The lieutenant warns you.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Your husband's dead.
Excuse me? What? What did you say?
She's in pain. She's in so much pain. And so are you. Your chest is burning.
I might die here.
You sense that the lieutenant is ready to say something. Don't let him. Fix this yourself. You did this.
Can I, though? No, we should let him talk, man.
We are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Mijon, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh.
He touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
Oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. We are very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
What happened to him? Tell me.
Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. Drank himself to death. That's probably of the options here, that one sounds the most, what's the word? Dignified. He fell and smashed his head against the bench. That's what actually happened. And you don't want to know. She needs to know something.
And you just found him there?
God.
Lying in the cold.
Shakes her head. Oh my God.
How long had he been there?
Oh God. It's hard to say. For a few days at least. Or it's hard to say. Just
She doesn't reply.
She doesn't need to
Her
know that.
eyes well up with tears as she struggles to keep it together. You hear the clock ticking in the children's room.
Oh God.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Oh God. The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
It burns like acid. Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Yes.
All right. I'll call them.
Breathes in again, trying to steady herself.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
For God's sake, lie.
Aha. He's in the morgue.
And who should I contact?
He was taken to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. Oh, we still need to follow up with our precinct to get that body taken care of.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
She rubs her face, blotchy and numb. Sorry, I couldn't do this. I have a brain condition. Alright, that's it then.
Again, if there's anything we could do for you, then don't hesitate to call the RCM, ma'am.
She just nods, distant and inconsolable. The bed springs rattle beneath her as she begins to shake. These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon to a scream.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
She points at the front door, breathing fast now, holding herself back.
We should step outside and talk.
The lieutenant nods to the woman and looks back to you, his voice lowered. Set the library card by her. Leave the room. Oh, that sucked. Oh my God.
So, the death notification.
The lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment. That did not go...
Well? No, it didn't.
I'm sorry. I know I fucked up.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
His eyes wander over the streets.
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
There's not much we can do for them anymore, I'm afraid.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case. There's nothing more we can do here.
Right. Let's try to get back to it then.
And, officer, I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
You're too sweet. Yeah. All right, we need to report that body. Oh, fuck. That was so tragic.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
This?
It will take...
Her voice.
Gottlieb, what you get yourself into this time?
As well as me.
Didn't, but now I do. How's the drinking going?
Oh, great. I feel like it really helped me with the case.
Great. Have a medal. I have an autopsy to attend to. An autopsy of one Chester McLean who died of fish poisoning.
Fucking, I'm not dead. It just hurts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Right.
Please hold.
10-4, come in. Firework, over.
I found my badge, Jules.
10-4, sir, glad to hear that. I'll write down that there is no need to issue a new one to you then. Over.
I've successfully located my 9mm Villiers pistol. It's on me now and I won't lose it again.
10-4, sir, roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report.
Hey, nice. Hope it was a good experience for you, Wizzo.
Over and out.
This is my second time going through it, but I'm having chat pick like some of the major decisions, including what we wear, what we do, what we roll on, and where we put our skill points. Thank you for the follow. Out of curiosity, what kind of cop were you, Wizzo? Because we are a super smart and super agile cop who has just no social awareness whatsoever. And we're kind of fit, but that's basically by accident. Because every time we level up and put a skill point in here, we roll a d24 and randomly assign it. Oh, you leaned into a lot of authority? Nice. We are not a very authoritative person whatsoever. We're super artsy and conceptual, though. And as far as our thoughts are concerned, we're leaning heavy into the hobo cop. And we're some kind of superstar, but we're also... Here's where things get a little muddy. We are a fascist, communist, feminist, racist who likes to steal shit out of locked containers and has an itchy trigger finger. Blame chat for that. That's all on them. And we also hate inanimate objects and like punching them a lot. So that's where we currently are. Chat also can decide what kind of clothes that I wear. So you'll notice that I'm wearing some sick, nasty armor gauntlets, greaves, and cuirass, and nothing underneath. So that's cool. That's what I've been rocking for the past 2+ hours. Okay, cool. So we still need to find the password for the communist secret club meeting. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Our boy looks great. Yeah, never better. Freshly shaven, too. We looked good for our night in karaoke. Fucking nailed it. Alright, but I do sadly think that it is time for us to call it an evening. We've been at this for about 3-ish hours. We do play this every Thursday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific time, if I recall correctly. So if you're interested in watching more of the playthrough or even influencing it yourself, we'd be happy to have you around. But for now, let me get back to my shack. Yeah, I'd be happy to have you. The votes so far have been dominated by a select few, so it'll be nice to have a wild card in the mix. Alrighty. Let's get us out of here. Let's see where we're going. Is anyone live right now? Jitspo's live. Oh, let's just go to Jitspo. He's working on his kook game. Alrighty. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with the boys for more Dog's Life. Probably one of the grossest games visually that we've played in a while, but still technically impressive. Fun stuff. And then Saturday, I'm not sure if we'll be playing more Outlast Trials. We might be doing something else. I'll have to see. I'll posit it with the boys. But we will be back this weekend, and then back with more disco next Thursday. You have an amazing night too, Wizzo. Have a good one. So, until all that goes down, love you, miss you, mean it. Later, Cabbage Patch. Bye-bye. Adios.